Hi, this is Jack Slocum with Option Alpha. As promised in my last video, it's after July 11th and we're going to go ahead and get in here and make a few more of these earnings trades. If you've been following along, you'll remember that in the beginning of my earnings trades, I made several of them. Looks like about 7 here in a row or somewhere around there. And I was absolutely getting clobbered. If we look at the overall chart for the bot, you can see it went deep in the hole, continued in the hole until recently when it made a few good trades. And I've netted a positive out of the hole, and I'm very excited to be back in to try to make a few more of those trades. So I did go in here and review some of the trades that are available, but I will talk a little bit about how I made the decision for the trades that I made. The first position I'm going to be trading here is this Morgan Stanley long call spread. If we look at the back test for it, you'll see it's kind of a long shot. It only has a 35% win rate. But over the course of the last 5 years, if I would have traded a similar position, my average return per position would have been 47.4% with the best win of 376%. So it doesn't always win, but when it does win, it wins pretty big. And those are exactly the type of positions that I'm looking for if I'm going to be trading these binary events, which are overall pretty risky. So I'm going to go ahead and try to jump in this trade pretty quickly. To a worst price of 23 cents, which brings the reward to risk ratio 334%, which is still pretty strong. I'm going to risk up to $500, which is going to be 21 contracts, and I'm going to throw this into my earnings bot. So smart pricing is working through these prices right now. It's going to try to get me filled at the best possible price. I'm going to sit here and wait for it. So we get filled somewhere around that 22 cents. That would be great. It would improve the reward to risk ratio for the trade overall. Boom! We got filled at 23 cents. So the reward risk ratio for this trade at 334%. Like I said, it is a bit of a long shot, 35% chance of winning, but that's my first trade of today for this earnings season. Let's jump on in over here on the second one, which is a Bank of America long call spread at 44 and 46. So it doesn't look like it's in the list right now. I'm going to go toggle that up. If we look at the back test for this one, the average return over the past 5 years is 57.7% with the best win of 1,238%. Pretty amazing. The win rate is only 15% though. So again, this is another long shot. And what I've been doing with these trades is I kind of went on a roller coaster. I started off betting on a few long shots, lost them all. Then I started betting on Ivy Crush and betting on iron condors that would not go outside the range. Got destroyed on those by a bunch of outliers. So I switched back and went back to betting on these outliers, and it seemed to work better. I'm hoping that that trend will continue. Let me go ahead and jump in on this one. This is a pretty big long shot at 15%. So I'm going to risk around $250 for this one. So if you see, my max loss is $247, but my max win is $3,553. Now, that max win is only if Bank of America were to surge up above $46, which is pretty unlikely, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and make this trade, throw it into my earnings bot, and let's see if we can get filled around 13 cents, which is the mid price. If not, I'll go ahead and place another trade at the higher price and 14 cents. All right, does not look like we're going to get filled. I'm going to go ahead and place this trade again at the higher price of 14 cents. There we go. Turn smart pricing off so it just fires the one trade. And boom, we got filled at 13 cents. Wow, okay, great. So the reward risk ratio of this trade is actually 1,438%. It's a pretty big long shot, so obviously there's not a lot of chance of that hitting, but I'm hopeful that it will. We'll see how it goes. All right, the next one we're going to place is in UNH. Let's jump over here, get rid of Bank of America. And the trade I was looking at is a long call spread, so it's another debit trade. It wasn't actually in the list when I was originally looking. I had to click here and then I clicked here. And so I was looking at this one, which is a bit of a long shot again. So it's out the money 5.4% and the max profit is 6.4% out of the money. But I went and I looked over at the UNH stats here, looking at over the past 5 years, and I see all of these pretty sizable outlier moves to the upside. And because of that, I decided I would go ahead and bet that they might do something similar for this particular earnings report. So I jump in here. And again, the reward to risk ratio on this one is excellent at 575%. So if I check here on the back test, you can see average return if I would have traded this over the past 5 years, 49.5% per trade, best win over 500%, 25% win rate. If we look down here at these trades again, you can see max profit, about half of the max profit, and max profit. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in on this trade. If I was to risk around 250 again, we'll go up above to 290, 300 it looks like. So we put in a max position size of say 80 cents. We're still at 525% reward risk ratio. The max loss is $320. Max profit $1,680. It's looking pretty good. What if I do like that? All right, that puts us right near our 250 number. All right, great. So I'm going to go ahead and place it like this. I'm going to select my earnings bot and place this trade. Hopefully it will get filled better than the 80 cents. It's working at 79 right now. And boom, it got filled at 80 cents. So reward risk ratio on this trade is 525%. This is a bit of a long shot again, 25% win rate in the back test. However, the reward to risk ratio justifies it, and I'm hopeful this trade will work out as well. So that's it for today's video. On behalf of the OA team, we love you guys. I'll keep you updated. God bless.